Beautiful day. A little chillier this morning. Wake up at like 55 degrees. So I think our guys will be happy after that Wednesday practice. But excited to put the pads on today. I mean, we had 10 OTAs during the summer. We had two practices, this week that seemed like OTAs with your helmet on. But really today we'll find out where we are. I think that's the important thing. We'll find out where we are. Where we are physically. I know we're faster. I know we're stronger. We'll find out if we're better football players. So, questions?
What are you specifically looking for with first day of pads on?
Yeah, it's what we call a thud day, which means I'm looking, number one, for our guys to take care of each other and stay off the ground. So that's number one. You guys will be out there. I think you got 6 periods today. You'll be out there for that first period where it's just 2 plays with the ones, 2 plays with the twos, and 2 plays with the freshmen, just to kind of see, just so we can coach it up after that in individual. Yell at them, after 6 plays as opposed to yell at them after 20 plays of chaos. So that's kind of why we do that. We'll do that the next couple of days just to teach the tempo of what we want. And but I'm looking for that, and I'm looking for crisp play. It's always hard to evaluate an offense or a defense when you're not physically moving people. Like the last couple of days when the offense hands the ball off, the linebackers are smart. We're not throwing shoulders in there today. Shoulders, and there's going to be leverage, and there's going to be, you either move a guy off the ball or you don't.
You always have the quarterbacks in red. Has there ever been a time when you've taken an otherwise healthy offensive skill guy at another position and put him in red for your live drills or scrimmages?
Yeah, we'll do that, no doubt about it. Whether it's quarterbacks in red, we don't put them in red, we'll put them in yellow, which means yield, don't hit that guy. So, just to get guys reps that, maybe are banged up a little bit, or we just don't want to, get reps. So, we're not there yet. You have to earn to get that yellow jersey on at a certain point. But yeah, we're going to take care of guys that way.
Kate Bell told us the other day that he thought Des Reed is a pretty underrated pass protector, despite not being the biggest guy out there in the backfield. What do you think about that element of his game? And also just when the ball is not in his hands, what do you like about it?
Yeah, he's underrated. You can count on 2 hands how many times he's not out in the route, right? We free release the guy a lot. So, if they blitz, they dump it to him. So it's hard to, for the NFL, I don't know how many times he'll be in truly pass protection. But I saw it last year, in spring ball, like, holy cow. I mean, he can step up and block you. So he's underrated because we don't put him in there to do it because he's such a good receiver. So why would you have the little guy that's fast and can catch in the backfield blocking people? Like, if they want to bring too many people, then we just throw it to them. So that's what I would say about that.
Kind of along those lines, your tight ends didn't stay in the block much last year either. I feel like they were always out running around. Is that just how this offense works? So you just 5 guys and go?
Yeah, that's how the offense works. I mean, I want to say it's empty, but it's getting 5 out and throwing the ball and knowing where to go with it with the quarterbacks. And that's what you see out of our quarterbacks right now. Again, just knowing where to go with the ball right now. It just seems different than a year ago.
We've talked a lot about the offense recently. I'm curious, what have you noticed about your defense through the first 2 days of camp?
We'll find out more today. Like I said, the first 2 days, same thing I saw, in July and June. I think we've got talent. We've got to go out and execute. And I think, we'll find out physically is when it, comes down to it. But, we'll be stressed by our offense, which is great because we're going to be stressed in the opener. We're going to be stressed against West Virginia. We're going to be stressed throughout the year. So it'll be good to be, Central Michigan, everybody's going to stress us.
I think on Wednesday you talked about Jalen Williams and what he's going to bring. What was the timeline like on when you guys reached out to him and how that kind of all came about?
We were just kind of playing it by ear. So we've been in touch with him for a while, and then, just waiting to see how Derek was feeling, what we were going to do there, getting his thoughts on the process. So it was just, it's a slower process, but we were okay with. And again, we're just getting Jalen needs to get in shape. He's not in great football shape right now, so we'll get him where he needs to be here. He just didn't have the whole summer like the rest of the guys with Coach Stack.
Was he already cleared for an 8th season by the time you guys?
Well, no. I mean, when he left that, he had a petition the NCAA to get that 8th season, I believe. And I don't know the whole story, but I know there wasn't a guaranteed. Then he got it, and then he was good to go, and then we stayed in touch with him.
Does it feel like eligibility doesn't mean much anymore these days?
8 years? Whew. Temple's on 7? No.
You've talked about Jaden Moore a lot. I know it's hard to tell through the first day of practices, but have you noticed anything specific about him and his energy?
Again, after 2 days, I would say, about the same. I actually like to see his motor going a little bit more. He earned a position coming out of spring ball. But that doesn't mean you're going to hold on to it. So those other guys are pushing them. So, I'd like to see the competition continue to roll on.